The left is just outraged that I've been telling the truth about this. And they're even more outraged that I might have been telling Trump about this. So this is the rule of law crisis we're facing. And because Judicial Watch has understood that this scheme was afoot from the get-go, the media has been coming after us. We, back in February, and it's worth repeating, when I learned and Judicial Watch learned that the president had voluntarily turned over records that the National Archives had pretended were presidential records, I'm like, what? I said, what's happening here? This was a completely different legal position than they had beat us with previously on the Clinton sock drawer records. And I started calling attention to this. They're not presidential records, at least as way the Justice Department used to say, at least as the court said, at least as the National Archives said, and they had no business harassing you for them. That was our analysis, and I made that quite clear publicly. So we were fighting this and highlighting this, and then the media, after this raid takes place, they start reporting, oh, that Tom Fitton was advising Trump to keep the classified records. Now, I'm not going to tell the media, and I'm not even going to tell you whether or not I've been, quote, advising Trump on anything. It's none of their business. But I've been quite public that, yes, he has a right to these records. They're personal records. And one solution he could have made, or a compromise, if he didn't want to kind of fight tooth and nail on this, was to turn the records over that were in dispute and then just resolve it in the civil context by going to the courts to assert his personal interest in them. But the left is just outraged that I've been telling the truth about this. And they're even more outraged that I might have been telling Trump about this. I mean, and that shows you how really desperate the left is. And of course, they're trying to say, well, Tom Fitton isn't a lawyer. Why is he talking to Trump about this? Or why is he even having an opinion on this? Well, first of all, Judicial Watch is a national watchdog organization that's been litigating records cases for 30 years. So, and of course, this is a policy and constitutional dispute, but I don't need to tell you that. I mean, it shows you how that touch the left would be, that somehow they think criticizing me for not being a lawyer actually persuades people of anything. I have a feeling that many of you probably think more highly of me because I'm not a lawyer. And that being said, Judicial Watch has a great staff of lawyers who do some of the most significant legal work frankly, in modern history in terms of government accountability. Just to show you how desperate, MSNBC, I think, between two shows, spent 15 minutes attacking me in Judicial Watch. Helpfully, it looks like they even were quoting me, talking about all sorts of issues that they thought would be embarrassing to me. But I'm glad they quoted, because I think certainly viewers on MSNBC need to see it. I think we have a clip here we'll play.
So that's a guy named Tom Fitton. He's like a second, third tier conservative activist, head of the right-wing group Judicial Watch. They've been around for forever. Somewhat ludicrous figure, honestly. I'd put him in the Ginny Thomas category of the American right. Imagine a more senior James O'Keefe on steroids.
So as you can see from that clip, they're kind of crazed about this, aren't they? And, they're attacking me for not being a lawyer, attacking me based on my physical appearance, all very high quality arguments about what, while refusing to address the fundamental issue is, why did the Justice Department, why did the federal government change its position on presidential records to raid Trump's home? That a position now that would require them, for instance, to raid Clinton's home. And who knows how many other former presidents' homes, given their new analysis as to what constitutes records that presidents are allowed to have versus not allowed to have. So my view is the more the media talks about the Clinton sock drawer case and Judicial Watch's involvement in it, the better, because it will help educate more people and further expose the scam, sham, abusive raid on President Trump. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.